Greetings to you all, and welcome to a Let's Play Super Mario Ball. It's also known as Mario Pinball Land for those of you who live in the US of A, but for us Europeans it's Super Mario Ball. This game comes with quite a nifty little introduction, so we'll let it play through and explain what the hell is going on. Seeing the people of the Mushroom Kingdom have come up with quite a fun little game of shooting themselves into a target after compressing themselves into a ball. But these two rather shifty-looking Goombas have come along and hijacked the whole plan. Sneaky fellows. Trademark laugh of Bowser there, indicating that the princess has once again been captured. Not really her own fault, you can't blame her for that, but there we go. Mario, of course, has to save her and get her back, and how's he going to do this? Well, his plans are starting to get degrading a bit lately. He's going to compress himself into a pinball and flipper his way to victory. Not sure I agree with the plan there, Mario, but nice effort. But that's what he's going to do, so here we go. So, as I've explained, this is just a pinball game, but it's a pinball game with a bit of a difference, in that it's based around defeating enemies. You'll see there I just killed two Goombas, and I've been awarded this thing, which I'll explain in a moment, but for now I'll just press A and accept whatever it wants to give me. Some coins, very nice. But yes, this is a pinball game that's focused around defeating enemies, rather than just racking up points by bouncing off flippers. It's kind of a quirky idea, but there we go, I like it. What I just did on that first level was I defeated the enemies, which you didn't need to defeat, but I did anyway, because I like to defeat the enemies. And then I hit the cannon once to lower it into the ground, and then once again to get into it. This lets me shoot to all of the different worlds of the game. Yes, a pinball game with different worlds, what crazy nonsense. But yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 worlds. This is kind of a half world, that's the place where we started. It pointed us there to begin with, so that's where we'll begin. We shall go there. Now, you'll probably try and work out what console this game is on, unless you're very familiar with it, in which case you know the answer anyway. But it's actually on the Game Boy Advance, and I think it has rather nice graphics for the Game Boy Advance, especially that opening scene. That was rather impressive, don't you think? But yes, this is a Game Boy Advance game, and I think it's, I think it's quite respectable. The style it's gone for is the same as Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64. Yes, the superb, stunning, absolutely brilliant game, which I'm not playing. But it's gone for that kind of style, and continuing in that vein, most levels revolve around us defeating the monsters, and then being awarded a star for doing just that, which I'm really bad at collecting. There we go. We need to obtain the stars because we use the stars to get through sort of gates which are locked by stars, in much the same way as they were in Super Mario 64, where there were doors that were locked by stars. So, since we have 1 star now, we can access that gate that Goomba irritatingly blocked. Curse him. That's the main premise for the game. We have to keep doing this, and we have to eventually get to a board with Bowser on it and defeat him. Yes, these levels are called boards. Here we go. Now, you may have noticed that I'm not very good at this game, and there's a good reason for that. I have never played it before. Yes, it's quite odd, you might be thinking, to be playing a game I've never played before, but there we go, I thought it'd be fun. So, let's do it. I've seen this game played by another person, and I liked it. I thought it looked like a very nifty idea. A bit of good fun, so I thought why not give it a go myself? So here I am. Anyway, 3 bees seem to have come out of that beehive, so we will try to down those. You'll notice that when I started this board, it displayed a star. That's indicating that there is a star available somewhere on this level. If you're thinking go in the windmill, you're probably right, but that will count as another level. So there is definitely a star available here somewhere. Anyway, whilst I am failing to hit this beehive once again, we shall discuss. Okay, we shall fail miserably. Go back to the first screen. Brilliant stuff. Let us discuss the blue thing, which is in between the 2 flippers. That's actually a pipe. It's rendered terribly, and I don't know why it's blue, because there aren't many blue pipes in Mario that I'm familiar with. I'd much rather it be green, but there we go. The pipe will remain there for, I think it's 30 seconds, but I may be wrong. Feel free to correct me. But I think it's 30 seconds at the start of every level. So there it is, that will last for 30 seconds now. And I keep hitting Toad, who I shall explain, but just not yet. But that will remain for 30 seconds, and it's just one of those pins you get on pinball games to stop you failing too quickly, I suppose. Now, in the bottom right-hand corner, you see another blue pipe, in a sort of item box with a B on it. Wonderful stuff. That is an item I have collected surprisingly enough, since I call it an item box. And if I press B, of all things, then another pipe will be deployed. Use that when your first pipe runs out, if you're worried you might lose. And because I've killed all the bees, there's another star for us to collect. Very nice. We are racking up the points in the hundreds of thousands, as you do in all pinball games, but points aren't really what this one's about. This is about killing Bowser, which makes it interesting for a pinball game, in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to use that pipe, because you may have noticed if I fall off a board, I go back to the previous board. I don't instantly die and lose a life and whatnot. Yes, we do have lives in this game. I only lose a life if I fall all the way back to the first board of a world, and then fall off of that. And I've got into the windmill and I've found PT Piranha. I believe it's PT. He's the only boss-type piranha plant I'm familiar with. But I will be using the B pipe here if I need to. I am not very good at this. The round level here basically means if I miss him, I'll go in a complete full circle. Then I get another clean shot at him. That's not bad, but I've hit him twice now. Can't hit him when he's panicking. Shall bring up my reserve pipe. There we go, very nice. I hit him a third time, which kills him off. Yes, a boss that takes 3 hits, but there we go. It's not a long game, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and with all these Super Mario 64 comparisons and expect 120 stars of hours upon hours of constant action, because that's not what you're going to get, and you're going to be very upset. What we've got here is we have 35 stars. I took the liberty of finding out how many stars there were to make sure I didn't miss any, because you don't need to collect them all. You only need I don't know how many, but you don't need them all, but we're going to get them all, because that's our style. So I do know there are 35 stars to be aiming for, and we shall go for them all. Now we may as well leave this screen, because we don't have 5 stars to go upwards, and we should try to activate that gate in the top right now. Once you beat the boss of a world, the cannon appears, which lets you change worlds and go to the next one. Very handy. And I didn't mean to go back here. The only thing that is how do I cancel this? I have no idea. Maybe if I shoot at the same place. That'll probably work. Yes, that did the job. Oh no, the gate's reset. And I'm tiny for some reason. No, I must have used an item. Oh, bad. Now, one thing that we have noticed, but I haven't mentioned, is coinage. Yes, we've been collecting quite a few coins, and I've gone inside a beehive. I did not expect that. I guess that's a side effect of me being ultra small. This could work out well for me if there's a star in here. I will, of course, have to find out what the stars are. I'm expecting some hidden stars, and not all just plain obvious beat all the enemy stars, but there we go. Anyway, the only thing that's necessary in this game is to defeat all of the bosses. Now, to reach some of the bosses, you do need enough stars to open their gates. However, that's all you need to do. You don't need all 35 stars. But we'll be getting them, just to show off. I messed that up, didn't I? If you're a little concerned that I'm not particularly good at this game, then oh well. I can't really help that. I will find a way to cancel this. That's the pause button. But apparently not. We shall leave that ward for now, I think, and move on to the next one. We've already taken down one boss. We should be fairly proud of ourselves. I don't like the idea of an icy world. That sounds more difficult. Let's go to this sandy world. Now, presumably killing these two pokey chaps is going to award me with a star. Oh, that's a blue coin. Difference between the coins. Yellow coins are used to buy items from Toad. You saw Toad, I kept running into him because he irritatingly got in my way. But yellow coins are used to purchase items from Toad. That's items like the ones I can activate using the B button, like that reserve pipe. And also I believe you can get extra lives. As the game just kind of demonstrated there, the way I get those items in the bottom right hand corner is by activating the question mark boxes. There was something else you saw earlier, which I should try to demonstrate, and I see the point of this level is to go off the pyramid and hit the condors. We shall try that. Doesn't look that easy to me. Oh, I got one. Okay, we'll get this done, no worries. Oh, and apparently hitting those things makes the pyramid come up. Maybe there's a secret if I get the pyramid up all the way, who knows? But I do believe I have to kill the birds for a start, so we'll keep going with that one. Oh, the pyramid starts to shrink. I see. So you have to hit those things very quickly to get the pyramid to raise very quickly. Alright. It does seem to have an entrance, so maybe we'll go for that one. Yeah, okay, we can go in the pyramid. Ah, I see. So there's more stuff to do in the pyramid. Yes! I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just blindly charging around the place. But then, presumably, the first time you guys played the game, you did not know what you were doing either. Or if you've never played the game before, you certainly don't know what you're doing. I get the feeling that each of those buttons would lead me to a different room with different things to do. But looks like this time I have to kill some shy guys. Quite a slow looking level, but I don't know, I'm not doing that bad, I don't think. But yes, yellow coins are used to purchase items from Toad. I don't think they have another purpose. I suspect you get some points for them, because you get points for everything in this game. But they're used for that. And that looks like a boss to me. We're making good progress, aren't we? Ooh. I don't know what hitting those things did, but they need to make me enormous. But oh well, that's all good fun. I'm going to guess I need to be big in order to hurt this chap. Which means I need to hit the obelisks, become big, and then charge into him, maybe. Who knows? It's irritating when he floats just off the floor. And it would seem that his power makes me small, irritating so-and-so. Which probably means I can't hurt him when I'm small. Yes, that looks right. Oh dear. It's not good when you fall straight out the room, even though you're enormous and you shouldn't be able to fit through the gap. Oh dear, we've gone a long way backwards. But yes, there is a star on this screen, which means killing all these birds will provide me with a star. So I need to do it at some point. Apparently not now, because I like missing. Which is blue coins. They are used for minigames. I found this out as well, because I was a little curious. There is a tent you may have noticed in the very first world, the little fairground where we started. Try that one this time, why not? We've got some snakes. Okay, so we have to kill them for a star. But yes, there is a fairground tent in the first level. And inside that has minigames which cost blue coins to try. So I'll be doing that, and it looks like here I have to kill all the snakes before they reach the middle grating. Because the last time one reached the middle grating, the level ended and all those three switches at the back rose again. So that's probably what we're doing here. And I desperately need that one, which I'm not going to get because I'm bouncing constantly around the back of the room. Not the easiest of games, this game, but then if it was too easy, it'd be too short and we'd all be very bored. We've been down that way before, but we haven't got everything that's down there, so there's no harm in going down there. And I found a toad, so I can kindly demonstrate item purchases. Now that, I believe, is the mini mushroom, which makes me small, which we use to get into that beehive. I'm expecting a couple of secret areas we need that for. Don't know what a Yoshi egg does, we'll find that out together. Star makes you invincible. Yes, you can't take damage in this game, but I guess it means that you can kill things in one hit instead of 2 or 3, like the Pokies. And that's an extra life. We have 2 lives, you can see in the top right-hand corner. Now, this is as good a time as any, so I'm going to be cutting the video off here when I'm not frantically whacking flippers. Hopefully you'll join me next video and we shall continue.